What's good, LNU Duelist? Welcome back. Today we got my boy Jack here. Top 4. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. Resonators, of
Yes,
course.
sir.
Best new structure deck. Best one, I think, the past 2 years, personally.
Hey, yo, big homie. Hey, real quick. Let me. Hey, just subscribe to my channel real quick. Hey, yeah. Just subscribe to my channel real quick, bro.
All right, so first we start off with Triple Soul Resonators. This is your starter. Grab Bone off of this. This is your 1-card starter. You know, it just helps you get to your Fiends, whatever you need to go into your Synchro 6 plays. Then I play Triple Crimson. A lot of people play 2. I play 3. This is also a starter if you pull at least one other monster. Then I play 2 Vision, 1 Synchron. I was playing 3 Vision, but at the end of the day, I was seeing it a little too much. I did like it for its recyclability, though. And then Synchron, non-once per turn, add to hand. So those are all the Synchrons. All right, and for spells, starter spells, I guess you can say, we run Triple Crimson Gaia. This gets you any of the new Resonators, gets you anything that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. So this can be follow-up. If you run multiple, it can be follow-up. Just really good generic card. You can add Red Zone. You can add Absolute Power Force, which I run as a 1-of. Stuff like that. Then I run 3 Resonator Call for the consistency. Obviously, I need to get my Ultras, but, you know, it's a must-have card if you're playing this deck. Then onto the Fiend monsters that we use to Synchro with alongside the Resonators. Play Triple Bone. This card says you can special summon it by tributing a monster in hand or on the field to the graveyard, special summon it. And then you can send a card from deck to the grave and modulate another monster on the field or itself's level by 1. Sorry, I dropped something. Then I run 2 Wild King. Wildwood, I see people running only 1. I don't agree with that. This is also a starter. It lets you recycle. It's a very good card. I'd at least run it at 2, and then I run the 1-of Salamander Catalyzer. Okay. This is a little spice. Reads, you can reveal this card and 1 Fiend monster in your hand, special summon 1 of them, discard the other. Basically, it can save your normal for something more important. You can also recycle itself, so it's really nice to have in some situations.
I like that.
Then as the 1-ofs, these are most of my 1-ofs at least. We have these 2. These are what you search off of Crimson Gaia. These are the 1-ofs. This can be a game ender if your opponent has cards on board. This is to help set up going first. This is a pop. This one has 4 different effects. The monster gains 1,000 attack. Your opponent can't activate cards or effects. If it attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing, and then any battle damage is doubled. So on top of Crimson Gaia, which I probably should have mentioned, this can flip everything face down once you attack once. So you can use it in combination with this to inflict piercing double damage.
Wow.
So it comes in handy. I used it like 5 times today, I think. Then for the Bystial package, we of course run the Beast and Regained, the 1 Magnamut, the 1 Druid Swarm, 2 Serenir, a Chaos Space for the 2 Lubellions. I prefer this over a third Lubellion because send a card from hand, grab a Lubellion. Everything here is pretty much dark or fire, so I'm not really too worried. But it can recycle, and sometimes it's a pure +1 in this deck. That's about it for the Bystial package, though. For the kind of staple cards, I play 1 Called By, 2 Lightning Storm, because with this deck, it's equally as good at going second as it going first. If you go first, create a board your opponent can't break. Going second, you break their board because pretty much every monster has some way to, you know, destroy your opponents, negate it, take control, something like that. Run 3 Imperms and 3 Ash for obvious reasons, you know, interruption for my opponent. So I run 9. I run 9 staples. And onto the extra deck. I run the 1 Dispatter. That's pretty much the only one of. No, there's 2. Actually 4. What am I talking about? I got 4 1-ofs. We run 1 Red Nova, 1 Red Supernova. These are kind of game enders. I've never summoned this, so I might be cutting it. This one you can actually activate twice in a single turn with the help of Crimson Gaia, I believe. Crimson Gaia or Red Zone. Its effect reads, you can banish all cards on the field once per turn, including this one, and it recycles itself at the end of the turn. But with Red Zone, you can bring it back, and because it's not once per turn, banish the whole field for a second time. So it's kind of like the Zeus of the deck, but a little better. Then we run Hot Red Bane. This is really only if we have extenders. It lets us kind of push a little bit easier for game. Big Beater, 3,500 attack, and then Dispatter can also set up more extenders in the obvious pop and monster negate. Next, I run the triple Red Rising. This is what you want to go into before you get into any of the other extra deck monsters. It's level 6. You go into it with, Soul Resonator and Bone Archfiend. You normal summon Soul Resonator and grab yourself a bone, do the levels, you send a Crimson to grave, and after that you make this dude. This dude will bring back the Crimson. Crimson will special summon 2 Resonators from deck. Amazing card, absolutely necessary at 3. Next we run 2 Scarred Dragon Archfiends. Boom. This card just reads, if it's sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Red Dragon Archfiend from deck. It's just, good extender. Go into a level 10 monster with this and another Resonator, and then after that, you just grab yourself another Red Dragon Archfiend. And speaking of the OG, I play 2 of him personally. I know a lot of people just play 1, but I feel like his effect comes up way too much not to play 2.
Right.
And if it gets banished, you can't do it for the rest of the turn. I run 2 Banes. This is probably the best card in the extra deck. You get into it so easy. It's just phenomenal. I need to get another Ultra, but yeah, Omni negate pretty much. And then Scarlight for, if we're about to go into time, I can pop all cards in my opponent's monster zones and inflict 500 for each if they have less attack. All right, for the side, I would like to run 1 Red Rain instead of the main. It's just, this card isn't really too searchable. You can only activate it once. It does come back quite a bit, though, when used, but it's really just there, I guess, for, like, certain matchups, something like that. It's a non-searchable, though. We run 2 extra Druid Swarm in the side, just in case I'm going against tiers, something like that, etc., if I need more engine. Run 3 Drolin Locks. I know people stopped playing this card. I still think it's really good against most decks, like Mana Dome, Drytron, which is really good. That's the only deck I lost to today, but, really solid card. I play 3 Herald of the Abyss for Purely. There was no Purely today, but I still really respect that deck. Yeah. I honestly don't know how to beat it because I've only gone against it once, but still respect it. I play 3 Galaxy Cyclone. This deck really struggles against back row removal. There's no in-archetype way to do it. Besides like Red Zone or, pretty much just Red Zone. So, you got to play that if you go against Lab or Trap Tricks. And then finally, I play the 3 Book of Eclipse. Now, this card I might start playing in the main because I can technically play through it even if it books my monsters, but my opponent really can't, so yeah.
All right, bro. Again,
Congratulations,
man. And do you have any, shout outs or final thoughts you have on the day?
Shout outs, because you helped me out with some of the extra deck cards,
Appreciate
some of
that.
the main deck cards. And final thoughts, I think this deck is really good. Off meta. It's, I'd say, like tier 3, but people just say rogue for that. It's a lot of fun, cheap deck to build. The only expensive cards are really Lubellion and Disbatter, but I feel like Disbatter is going to start going down. But yeah,
Right. Hey, congrats, bro.
thank you.